Hey guys, we're doing something a little bit different today on the vlog, and instead of cooking food, we're gonna be making a drink instead. So in Burkina Faso, they drink hibiscus tea a lot, and so today we have a recipe for hibiscus tea with strawberries and basil, and it is so yummy and so delicious, either hot or iced. So I'm going to show you how to make it right now. All right, this recipe is easy peasy, lime squeezy. I legit just made that up. Okay, it's really easy to make. So we have 8 cups of water that we have here in a pot, and I'm going to turn this on high so that it boils. And then I also have a 1/2 cup of dried hibiscus flowers. So these flowers I bought on Amazon. They come in a little package and they are just dried like this. You can use the dried flowers, and that's obviously what I'm using. That's what I'd recommend. But if you can find somehow fresh hibiscus flowers, you can also use about 2 cups of fresh hibiscus flowers too. So I'm gonna put my 1/2 cup of hibiscus flowers in my water, and I'm just gonna leave it to boil. And then once it starts to boil, as soon as it starts to boil, we're gonna turn off the heat, and then we're gonna add in the rest of our ingredients. So as soon as your water starts to boil, we're just gonna turn the flame off, and we're just gonna now let the tea steep. So we're gonna add in a little bit of flavoring too. I have 10 little strawberries. You could do more if you want a stronger strawberry flavor, but I'm gonna put these just full right into the water. I'm gonna be careful not to let the water splash up and burn me here. 10 full strawberries, and then about 5 basil leaves. I don't like a really strong basil flavor in my drinks, but I want just enough of a flavoring in there for it to be noticeable. So I'm probably gonna do about 5 leaves, but you could do more if you like a stronger basil flavor in your drinks. We'll do 6. I'll do 6. All right, so we have 6 basil leaves in there, and then I have a 1/2 of a lime that I'm gonna squeeze the juice in here too. And I always like squeeze my lime vertically this way, and then I turn it and squeeze it this way too, just so I can make sure to get all the juice out of it that's in there. Okay, then all we're gonna do is put the lid on this, and we're just gonna let it sit for about 20 minutes and let all of those flavors mingle together. And then I also have a little bit of honey that once this cools down just a little bit, right before we serve it, we're gonna put in a little drizzle of honey to give it a little bit of sweetness. About 80% of the country of Burkina Faso are subsistence farmers. So subsistence agriculture means that the farms that they're working on are intended to provide just enough for themselves and their family, and there's not usually any surplus or leftover to trade. A lot of the country works in agriculture like this, but they take great joy in it. So the very last step of this is that now that it's sat for about 20 minutes, I just have some honey here. I'm gonna put in between about 1/4 and 1/3 cup of honey. I like mine a little bit sweeter, so I'll probably put in an extra little splash. It's up to you. You can add in however much honey you want, depending on your desired sweetness. So I'm just gonna mix this up real quick, make sure that all of that honey is combined. And then, like I said before, this can be enjoyed either hot or cold. So if you like warm tea, you can put it in a mug right now and enjoy it. Or what I like to do too is I put it in the fridge, and then I have iced tea later with ice cubes and a couple fresh strawberries that I'll add into the cup. Before you serve this, you're just gonna want to take a strainer and put it over a pitcher or something like that, and pour this through the strainer and have the liquid go into the pitcher, and it'll catch all of the strawberries, the basil leaves, and then the hibiscus flowers, and strain all that out so that you're not sipping on something you don't want to be sipping on. Okay, so I will take this and I'll strain it, and then we can try it. Okay, so after I put the honey in the tea, I put it in the refrigerator for about 3 or 4 hours, just to cool it down. And then I put some ice in this pitcher as well. So now it's just a big pitcher of delicious iced tea, and I'm really excited to drink it. So I'm gonna pour it in this glass with my pretty strawberry in there too. Give it a little bit more strawberry flavor, make it a little bit more beautiful too. Take a sip. It's so refreshing. And it's so sweet, and I can taste the basil in there too, which I really, really love. And I can see why this is a drink that they like to drink in Burkina Faso. I really hope that you guys make this recipe because I love it, but also if you want to make other recipes too, I have recipes on my channel from all over the world and working through the country alphabetically. So we have something delicious that you can try from almost everywhere. Take a look at the other ones and check those out too. And if you want the written recipe for this, go to my blog, www.foreignfork.com/hibiscustea.